Good evening. Tonight I'm going to attempt to show all 25 tracks in Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Last time I streamed from my N64 emulator, I did experience a crash, and since I will be using one of the cheat options, a crash will mean that I can't proceed because activating the cheat requires restarting the game. So if we crash, I'll probably just make this a lost episode or something. But let's go ahead and get right into my N64 emulator. There is a PC version of this game, but I couldn't get it to run. It crashed, and even though the PC version is otherwise identical to the N64 version, it does not have the cheat options that the N64 version did, which are necessary if I'm going to try and show you all 25 tracks, because I never was good at this game, period. And we're going to use Anakin for all the tracks, even though in actual Star Wars he only ever raced on the Tatooine, and he's never been to the other planets in this game as a pod racer. There are eight planets represented in Star Wars Racer, each of them with unique settings. No important stories occurred on any of the planets other than Tatooine. So all of the planets are considered legends now. Disney hasn't revisited any of them. They weren't even really visited. I think one legend story went to like one of the planets, maybe two of the planets. But oh yeah, Malistaire is also pretty important. That one is mentioned in canon. So Tatooine and Malistaire, probably the only two planets in this game that are still relevant. But let's go ahead, get over to it. Alright. And I accidentally left it in the practice option. So let's go back to the and actually get to the mode where we unlock things. And here's the part where we enter. I have to enter a couple things here in order for us to get the cheat. Let's start that over. You make one mistake, you have to start the whole thing over. Oh, it's not taking it. Does that mean we're already registered? I tried entering it before, but it wasn't activating the mode on when I went into free play, so I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and start a race and see what happens. So the racers you get to start with are Anakin, so this is Anakin and his racer, E.B. Endicott. You'll notice each pod racer has a distinct shape. Dudbolt, Gasgano, Elon Mock, and Odie Mandrell. So these are the 6 racers you get to start with. At one time, I had memorized the names of all 25 of the racers in this game. And you'll notice each of them has a distinct sports flag behind their racer as well. Let's go with Anakin. We're going to start, of course, with the Boonta training course on Tatooine. And it says, track favorite is Subulba, but we don't unlock him here. We unlock him when we get to the hard tracks. Let me just see what's in the options menu. Yeah, music is off so we don't get the copyright strike. Droids.
Oh, you want to buy Pictroid, huh? They help you fix your pod racer, you know.
Alright, you can buy up to 6, I think, if you have the money, but we're not going to do that now. Let's just see what happens when I start the race.
Record holder for this count is
Alright, it's not working. Let me go ahead and try totally resetting the cheat. Because like I said, I can't play without it. Or I could, but I could, but we'll be running the same 2 tracks all night. And now you can see why doing the cheat mode is forces you to reset a game. It only works for that file and for the duration of time you're in it. So if the game holds up and lets me play through the whole way, I should have a fully unlocked file for the next time I want to try this. It's still not recognizing the code. Maybe it's only for the first time you turn on the unit. Let me try resetting the game. Wow, I've already wasted the first 10 minutes of stream. Okay. Let's see what happens this time when I go in. Alright, so it's only for one save file and only for the first time you turn on the game. So let's just see how far we can get. I think that's all the cheats we need. We only get 3 letters, so we'll turn Evie into Eve. Anakin, wait, alright, once again, Odie Mandrell, Elon Mock, Gasgano, Dud Bolt, Evie Endicott, and Anakin Skywalker.
Record holder for this time is Subulba.
Alright, let's do a restart. Maybe you have to hit them first before the speed. I'm trying to activate one of the cheats.
The current record holder for this time is Subulba.
Still not doing it. Hold on. There's a way to do this. Okay, so you actually have to have the cheat menu turned on. There we go. The game cheats. Okay. I'm not going to worry about any of this. Let's see how it goes with just doing speed. So cheats is supposed to be, all cheats is supposed to turn this on. R, then C. Am I supposed to hold them together? There we go. Now let's see if I can catch up with the pack. Ah, clever. If you turn on autopilot, they won't let you boost. Let's see if that's still enough to catch up. Alright. Now that I know how to do things, let's restart the race. Actually, I see the field up ahead. So let's just keep going. There's different views as well. You can have distant pod view, medium view, cockpit view, or just screen view. Alright, we're starting to catch up to the rest of the field now. Yeah, let's restart this race. And the other thing I need to do is look up... Oh, crud. Hold on a second. Give me one moment. I'm having technical difficulties. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to restart the race. But this time, we are going to turn on invincibility so I don't even have to bother with the repair control. So invincibility and autopilot should get us through the tracks without having to worry too much about our speed.
There he is, the reigning champion of the Ubuntu Classic and the crowd favorite, Subulba.
Invincibility is on. We're going to continue. And we're going to start. That view is distracting. So again, this is the Boonta training course on Tatooine. With these two cheats, we should be able to breeze through all 25 tracks in an efficient time. Now if I touch the joystick to get a boost, I get the temperature warning very quick if I do that. Something I'll do in the future if it looks like I might be falling behind, though. This was kind of a setup course, but after this I only want to run each track once. And you'll notice that the tracks on each planet basically become more advanced versions of each other. That they all share similar parts. They all share similar stretches, but that they become longer and more difficult as we go on. Oh, I'm spinning. Not a thing I want to do on the third lap. But boosting shouldn't be an issue, because boosting doesn't cause me to spin. Most of the planets have 3 courses. Most of the planets have 3 courses, but Tatooine, being the one movie planet, only has the 2. The training course and then the Ubuntu Classic over in hard. And we are not going to get, we don't unlock anyone on that race. So now we're going to Mon Gaza to play on the Mon Gaza Speedway, which is the shortest track in the game. Track favorite here is Team Topagolas.
It's the little human boy, born on Tatooine, Anakin Skywalker. Well, let's hope he can just finish the race.
Alright, Game Cheats is still on. And Invincibility is still on. So all we have to do at this point is set the autopilot. So Mon Gaza is a bit of a cityscape. Let's level ourselves off a little bit, because I didn't press that boost entirely straight up. And you spin out of control if you have the autopilot on. I like the techno-industrial look of Mon Gaza Speedway. We just lapped the person in 12th. Alright, there we go. We've just unlocked Team Topagolas. We're going to allow the pod race unlock cutscenes, because otherwise to show them I'll have to go back to the character select screen. Now when it comes to the pod racers, pod racer unlocks, if you're not playing as the pod racer who's the track favorite will always finish at the top of the AI field. The computer-controlled opponents, the track favorite, I've noticed will always come in the lead. But they don't allow duplicates. So if you are playing as a track favorite, then I don't know how it determines who comes in the lead. This is Ando Prime. This is a snow planet. The track favorite here is Aldarbedo.
The current record holder for this track is Anakin Skywalker.
Now that was a smooth startup. I know it takes the magic away knowing that I'm cheating this run. But I figure it's better content showing you all the tracks, and then later on, after we have access to everything, trying to learn how to play, relearn how to play for real. Let's see which view is the best. You know what, since we're going to come in first every race anyway, let's just stay. Why did I crash there? I'm supposed to have invincibility. Let's see what happens on lap 2. I guess there are certain jumps that autopilot just doesn't handle. And if you don't actually make the jump, you fall into the void. And even if you're invincible, you still get blown up because that's, yeah. It looks like autopilot will still blow you up on the jumps. Because if you fall into the void, yeah, if you fall into the void, then the game can't put you back on track unless it resets you. So even with invincibility. But that's not too much trouble, as long as we can catch up to the track lead before we go into the next lap, which we did. So yeah, for now, I'm not going to worry about the jumps killing me. But that might be a thing to worry about in later in the harder circuits. There is a shortcut right at the starting grid of this track, which unlocks if you know how to get it for lap 2 and 3. But since I'm on autopilot, we're not going to worry about it too much. I don't know how I started to spin there. This is the last of the tracks that is pre-unlocked for free play at the start of the game. To play the other 22 tracks, you have to play them in the tournament. Let's do a little experiment here. Can I make the jump if I have Goose going? No. And then there was one more jump, so let's... yeah. Does the overheat cause me to blow up if I have invincibility? Is what I want to find out. Invincibility is on, but if you overheat too long, your engine blows. So, I have an engine fire, but nothing is happening. Now I have both engines on fire. But yeah, okay. So if you go to invincibility, you get the engine fire, but it doesn't actually do anything. If you have an engine fire playing regularly, you blow up. But we'll hit that jump soon enough, and we'll crash, and I'll blow up, and my engine fire will go away with my reset pod. It's just good to know that that's how that works. Alright, with these two jumps here, I want to see how far behind me. He's pretty close to me. Let's do this other blow up. And then let's try and boost it out. At least to get past him, because this is the final lap. And you have to get first place on a track to unlock the racer. I think you get all the racers and track. I know you get the tracks for free play. I think you get the racers if you unlock them in single player as well. Or in tournament, I should say. I'm considerably ahead of him now. Let's just coast on through to the finish. Alright. So this is Team Topagulis we're getting. No, we got Team Topagulis last round. This is Out Arbido we just unlocked. So we just got Out Arbido. We're going to the Aquilaris Classic. Aquilaris is an ocean planet, much like Camino or Mon Calamari or Manon. Clegg Holdfast is the track favorite here. One thing I like about this round is this level is that there's a track that actually goes. There's a part of the track that goes. There's a part of the track that goes underwater, and it looks like you're driving through. You're driving through an aquarium. So this is Aquilaris. Here we are. This is the aquarium part I was telling you about. And then there's some caves as well. I like this planet. I wish they used it more, but they've got so many ocean planets in canon, even though they were hardly in the movies. Not until the Old Republic had a nice ocean planet with Manon. Oh, I forgot about these tools. Autopilot's going to randomly choose a door. That was Subulba, Anakin's big rival there. So yeah, several of the tracks have moving doors, and with autopilot on, there's nothing we can do about that. But it's only the first lap, so I was able to get right back on my way. And here we are in the aquarium again. Well, it's not really an aquarium. The track actually goes underwater. In addition to the Manon and Mon Calamari, Camino from Episode 2 is also mostly ocean, with a few rocky islands, one of which is home to the lab which made the clone army. But this is Aquilaris, a planet that outside of Star Wars Racer didn't get much attention. I have a feeling that as long as we don't crash out, this is going to be a very long stream. Because if there's 6 minutes a track on easy, and there's 25 total tracks, that's okay. I got plenty of time to be with you guys tonight. Okay, the doors didn't hold me up too much that time. But I was slowed by the doors, so let's get a little bit of a boost in. On the next lap, if I hit the doors, that'll be critical to do that little boost. Alright, nobody's close to me right now. You know what? I find this ribbon useful. We're going to use this view for the rest of the game. This will tell me if anyone's catching up to me. Oh, yes. We just happened to get Beast put into the door right as it was closing. Let's get a boost and get back ahead. Alright. That did what I needed it to do. And there are other levels with doors as well, so let's hope that's not a regular occurrence and I'm able to pass through all of them with ease. Yeah, seeing the moving flags is a bit distracting. We'll use that if there's parts that I have a slowdown, like if I'm blowing up on jumps or if I get stuck in doors. But I don't think we need to use this view for the whole time. So this is Clegg Holdfast. Let me just check Studio real quick. Studio's still going strong today. Malastar 100. This is Malastar. This is the only other canon planet, or planet that's still part of canon. I don't know what it's in other than this, but I know there were some stories there. I mean, it's got an on-screen mention as well. When Anakin mentions, in episode 1, Anakin mentions that Subulba is originally from Malistaire. So this is the Malistaire 100. The track favorite is Dud Bolt. He's one of the 6 starters, so we won't be doing an unlock on this race. Okay. Something's wrong here. Where we have the game sheet menu. Invincibility still on. Alright, let's restart this race. Because for some reason the autopilot didn't take. There it goes. I think. Yeah, no. There we go, I think. Yep, autopilot's fixed. It's only the first lap, so let's try and catch up to everyone else naturally. So yeah, Dudbolt is the track favorite on this one. Since he's one of the 6 starters, I don't think we're going to get an unlock at the end of this one. For this one, it will be helpful to see how. Yeah, that's a very. You know what? There's some distance between us and the rest of the field. And the only reason we're so far behind is because it took us so long to get the autopilot working. I don't know what happened. I'm going to boost as much as possible through this lap. I don't care how much I spin right now. Getting back in the lead is important. Oh, this is final lap. Oh man. You know what? Engine fire be darned. We have to do this. First place is already passed. We got to restart this one, even though we've pretty much already was at the finish line. Stupid. Alright, just like usual, autopilot took right away that time. So I don't know what happened. Let's just get through this as quickly as possible. Actually, I want to hold on to this. And I want to see how far ahead I can stay, given that we have to do that jump. Alright, two got second place, got pretty close to us there. I'm gonna leave this, I'm gonna leave the ribbon open through the rest of this race, just so I can keep an eye on that. I'm not gonna go through the extra effort of boosting unless I really need to, because it spins my screen a little bit. They're getting close. So let's boost through the jump here. Alright. And next lap I'll do the same thing where I boost into the jump, because it looks like they did get a little close there, even with the boost. I'm concerned with how close he's getting. So we're gonna do a nice long boost. Now that we know that engine fires aren't a thing that affect me. We should be able to play it out now without too much trouble.
It's a new record.
Yeah, no unlock here. Let's move on. Uvo 4. This track is called Vengeance. Fud Sang is the favorite here.
Record holder for this track is Bud Sang.
I'm going to leave that turned off unless I need it. Fud Sang, I think, is an industrial prison mining facility. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's what this level is supposed to be. Or I should say this location on this planet. And again, this planet is called Uvo 4. I know there's one big jump that goes into an anti-grav tube on this planet. It's in all the tracks on this planet. So when we get there, we'll likely be set back a bit. Okay, even with invincibility, that little energy binder in the middle. So you make the jump, but the energy binder slices off your engine if you have autopilot on. That's how this section works. seem to have lost my autopilot automatically. That's alright, it's only the first lap. Let's make up some distance. So yeah, the anti-grav tubes affect autopilot. We've learned that the hard way. And the energy binder will blow me up once I go through it. When I play for real, of course, I can dodge that energy binder. Let's boost in the energy binder into the energy binder to save some time. Let's see. So it looks like the energy binders do turn off autopilot. So I'm going to want to be boosting through that section on the final lap. So we have seen 6 of the 8 planets so far. I'm trying to keep some distance because I know that exiting the anti-grav tubes turns off the autopilot. Although we seem to have gotten right back on track that time. Wow. Alright. We got through that. So this will be Fudd saying, every pod is unique in its appearance. Spice Mine Run, we're back on Mon Gaza. So I guess the other two plants get introduced on the medium circuit. Jin Riso. Interesting. The name sounds a bit like Jin Urso, but we know it's not her. Give me one moment. Yes, I see there is... I see that there was somebody in my chat a little while ago that I didn't even see.
Would you check out the size of those engines, Mars? Always raining unbelievable!
This race isn't as quick as the earlier track we did on here. Although you'll recognize some of the landmarks, because a planet will reuse its landmarks for multiple tracks. You can see this track is considerably longer than the Mongaza Speedway. I think this one's called the Spice Run. We're significantly ahead of the other racers, so let me coast for a bit. I'm a little concerned with how close the competition is. Let's boost for a little bit.
It's a new lap record!
Okay, I have no concerns as long as I don't see them on my meter. Now, that boost didn't put me very far ahead of them. I am keeping distance right now. I wouldn't dream of doing boost if I didn't have autopilot, because my control's not good enough in this game. I do want to figure out how to play this for real and be good, but I'd rather do so when I had a variety of racers and tracks to work with. But at the end of the circuit, we're going to buy better parts for our pod, because we got plenty of prize money. When you buy parts, it affects whatever part you're using. So if you whatever pod racer you're using. So if you upgrade parts and then switch pod racer, your parts will be moved into the new character's pod racer.
It's a new workbreaker.
Wow, they're getting close even with those boosts. I may have to use more boosting on the harder circuits. So this is Jin Riso. Watto's rendition of the Cantina Band on the screen is a little tacky but cute.
Fastest pod racer in the galaxy. Anakin Skywalker.
That just means we completed the circuit. There's still 18 tracks left to go. Don't ask me who these other two aliens are, but they're the ones who had the best overall times. So we'll see the screen 3 or 4 times. We'll come back to the invitational in a minute. But before we continue, so amateur, semi-pro, galactic, and invitational. These 4 I'm going to run at the end. Before I continue, let's do some upgrades. So we're going to go back to Aquilaris for the Sunken City. The favorite here is Sayunga.
Welcome to Watto's shop, huh? Take a look around. I got everything you need, huh? ya. Oh, this part no good for you, huh?
We have a whole bunch of parts to buy. So that was our repair. Now cooling.
Back again, huh? Outlanders, they come here. How do they find me? They come here. Mess up my
Alright, I see how
story.
it's working. Let's go back to the beginning. That way we can stay in the store.
Have you seen
So traction.
You're gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think.
So we got traction.
You cannot beat Subulba.
We got turning. Acceleration. Wow, the acceleration cost me a lot. Didn't realize acceleration was so expensive. We'll take the top speed upgrade. The brake.
No money, no parts, no deal.
And then we'll take some cooling. And then we'll come over here and manage my pit droids.
You want to buy pit droid, huh? They help you fix your pod.
Alright, so we've bought all the pit droids that are currently available. And if we come into the hangar, we can see the pit droids working. So I currently have 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4 pit droids. So the 3 I bought plus the original, I guess. Let's go ahead and get right back into the racing. We're now on the intermediate circuit. This is Sunken City on Aquilaris. And our pod should handle a little better now that we got new parts. We're still on autopilot. Bullseye Navigator. Yeah, I forgot to look him up, so that's who we're trying to get here. You can see how the track is reusing parts from other tracks. Some stretches of track are recycled between, but you'll notice this track overall is harder than the previous track on this planet. You've still got the issue with the doors, I see. Double engine fire. I don't want, it's going to be distract. Yeah, we're going to need to use this ribbon view. If there's no jump that blows me up, I'm going to turn off invincibility just long enough to get rid of this engine fire. Unless... Can you blow up by having too many simultaneous engine fires? No. Alright, tell you what we're going to do. Let's do a voluntary blow up. That engine fire was distracting. Now we can come back here. And proceed as normal. What do you say? Bullseye Navigator is the guy on this track? Oh, somehow we fell back down into third. Yeah, so these harder tracks may require more boosting in order to stay on top. So I think the strategy for these harder tracks is to boost, quit the boost at the overheat warning, wait a few seconds to cool down, and then boost again. Keep the boost going as much as possible. And also I think this ribbon will have to be the way to go. Because this one shows me an overall idea of where I am on the track, as well as an idea of where my opponents are. So on these harder courses, where even though I have autopilot, on these harder courses, speed control is going to be everything, I think. How did that happen? We still have 2 more planets that we have not yet seen. We should be coming upon them on this circuit, though. I'm not concerned about the time. As long as I don't crash, I'm going to stay on long enough to do all the tracks tonight. Let's just coast to the finish here. So this is going to be Bullseye Navier. All right. No, that wasn't Bullseye Navier. That was that Bullseye Navier? Or was that Sayunga? Oh, that was Sayunga, not Bullseye Navier. Not sure. Oh, yeah, because he said it in the announcement, so I got confused. But yeah, that's Sayunga. We're going to stay with Anakin for the rest of our circuit tonight, though. So we're back to Ando Prime, the snow planet, in order to play Howler Gorge. The favorite on this track is Rats Tyrell. And I'll do my best to pay attention and not make stupid again. So that was Sayunga on the last track. This one's going to be Rats Tyrell.
I've got my money on that little scrapper Rats Tyrell. He may be small in stature, but he's got a couple of the biggest racing engines I've ever seen.
Now this is the planet that blows me up on some jumps. Well, one of the planets that blows me up on some jumps. The atmosphere is so cold on this planet, I don't know how I'm overheating so quickly. But then again, pod racer engines are powerful machinery. You can see here the scenery has slightly changed. I'm spinning too much, which is giving me a hard time getting the boost going. Oh, my engine fired. But so yeah, if I'm gonna engine fire, I know that I'm gonna have an explosion next lap anyway. But if I'm gonna have an engine fire, I'd rather it be cosmetically balanced.
It's a new black record.
And knowing I blow up twice on this track, I want to keep the boosts going so as to keep distance as much as possible. Because I get not one, but 2 slowdowns per lap. See, even with all those boosts, they were right on top of me. Now I know a second blow up is coming up, so let's just keep this boost going. Or not. I still got 16 tracks to do after this, which is the total number of tracks we were trying to do in Mario Kart that night, a couple months ago. I don't know how to feel about this, but I don't really have a hard stop tonight. It's just, who's there going to be on to raid when we finish? Most of the late nighters I know don't stream on Fridays, generally speaking. It's going to be well past midnight by the time we finish. We're only about a third of the way through still. Alright, let's coast for the rest of this. I think we've got enough distance. Maybe not. One more boost. We should be okay now. Rats Tyrell. Alright, we're going back to Malastar for the Doug Derby. Track favorite here is Elon Mock, who I'm pretty sure is one of the starting 6. So I don't think there's an unlock here. And it's Malistaire, so I think we have a jump.
Elon Musk. Just who is this mysterious officer? He sure impressed us with his qualifying laps, whoever he is.
There we go. That was a rough start. Let's get back on track. Okay, this is a shorter track. Okay.
It's a new record.
Given how massive the tracks have been lately, it's nice to see a shorter track. Not quite as quick as Mongaza Speedway, but we got through that one pretty fast. And that jump wasn't there, so let's keep trying to put some distance on. I'm going to coast for a bit, but I'm going to watch that gap.
It's a new record.
Yeah, I can just coast this lap. It looks like second place is way behind me. Okay, yeah, so Elon Musk is one of the starters. Ordabana. This is one of those gas planets with a sky settlement, kind of like Cloud City. So this is called Ordabana. And the track itself is called Scrapper's Run. Juan Sandage is the track favorite here.
I see that the dashing Ron Sandage has joined the group for today's race. He's been pod racing since he was 2.
This looks like another quick running track, so maybe they're not all super massive. Okay, that jump is right before the starting line. So I want to spend this whole lap putting distance. And since I know that's there, Since I know that's there, I have to do the same thing on this lap. Spend the whole lap putting distance on. Wow, that seemed a little close.
It's a new lap record.
So Juan Sandage. So we're going back to Mongaza for the Zuga Challenge. Bull's Roar is going to be the track favorite.
It's two-time winner Bull's Roar. This beetle's got money to burn, and he's put it all into his pod racer.
I'm going to see how much distance I can put on naturally. Oh, that was a bit of a slowdown. Alright, this is taking too long. Wow. We're only about a third of the way through the first lap. Which tells me that this is going to be one of the longer courses we've encountered so far, if not the longest. And there's still one planet we haven't seen yet. Alright, good to know that jump is there. Alright, as long as this course is, we've got some distance. So I think I'm just going to try to coast for a little while. Wow. Somehow I'm like half the course ahead of second place. Are they just dumb? Or am I simply that fast without boosting? Maybe the new parts I bought are starting to take effect. And we'll be able to upgrade again in a couple more races. Well, we can upgrade any time. You know what? We can afford to upgrade a couple parts again, I think. The races are... I've noticed... it took a couple tracks before I noticed a difference. So I don't know if there's an upgrade. I don't know if there's a build time or not with the upgrades. Oh, am I seriously about to lap the field? Oh, I'm sideways again. Ooh, I'm lapping the field. That's... I don't know why it keeps spinning me around, though. Okay, that was weird. I lapped the field, but autopilot turned me in circles. Alright, I'm back on track now. I don't know why autopilot was spinning me in circles. That was weird. But I'm a full lap ahead of these guys. So which I don't know how that happened, but let's just keep rolling. Not that I need any more distance, given I've already lapped half the field. But so on this track, the cityscape of the previous games, the cityscape of the first track, and that we saw as part of the second track, almost entirely gave way to the industrial facility that we saw on the second track on this planet. Cool how this planet's tracks have evolved. I still don't understand how I got a full lap ahead of everyone else. Boosting only took me so far. Is the track lead on this track just that bad? Now, when we play for real without cheats, I'm still probably going to miss all the jumps. Let's do a victory boost. Bull's Roar. Alright. Let's do part upgrades. Boonta. We finally see Boonta. Boonta is a jungle planet with a volcano. Nivaki. He's got a unique pod.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think, huh? What? You think you're gonna beat Subulba with that pod racer of yours? Ah! Deal! You reckon you buy, huh? They come here, they look around, they no buy. Why nobody buys? What? You think you're gonna beat Subulba with that pod racer of yours? Ah!
Acceleration I'm still lacking in.
They come here, they look around, they no buy. Why nobody buys? They come here, how do they find me? They come here, mess up my store. They come here, they
Alright, we
look
can't get a
around, they
break.
no buy. Why nobody buys?
We can get a little bit of cooling. Alright, we'll have to come back and get more parts later. We'll look at parts again in a few tracks. Let's go ahead. What was the name of this track? Baru Coast and Nivaki.
The current record holder for this track is Viva Key.
I may not need to bother with boosting if I keep upgrading my parts. We'll revisit after the second track of the hard circuit. So now that we're on Boonta, we have seen all 8 planets in this game. But after this, there's still 12 tracks after this one. So you could say we are on the halfway track. But we're already almost 2 hours in. This could be a 4-hour stream. I don't know if there are any jumps on this course, so we're going to just let natural speed control me for a bit. Boosting is an effort, so I'm not going to boost unless I need to, if I'm managing to stay ahead of. I forgot to look who the guy was. Why does autopilot keep turning me around? I don't understand why autopilot keeps turning me around. We're still in the first lap. I don't think I need to play with boosting quite yet. When we get to that point next lap, I'll have to fix myself quicker, though. Alright, now this is a concern.
It's a new lap record.
So yeah, we don't see the volcano on this track, but the later tracks on this planet feature it. One of the tracks actually has a significant portion of the course inside the volcano. So we've lapped the back. I've got to build distance for the rest of the whole track, so that I don't lose time over there. So I've noticed with each track I'm coming up with a new strategy for how to handle the boosting. And given this is the last lap, I want to be as ahead as possible so that I don't lose time on the turn. That was a nice beach we passed by. Alright, I didn't lose too much time in that go around. There's some distance between me and second place. Let's just coast into the ending. I have no idea who the unlock is because I forgot to look.
It's a new lap record.
Alright, Neva Key, we talked about him. As you can see, his racer is unique. His engines are attached directly to the pod. Sorry about that memory lapse there. But I remembered in the end, didn't I? Now we're back to Aquilaris for Bumpy's Breakers. And this is Arc Bumpy Roos. I don't remember if he's a starter or not. I'm pretty sure he's a starter, though. This is Aquilaris, so we'll probably be caught up by those doors again. So that's 2 jumps. This is first lap, so this is explorational for me. So there were 2 jumps right there. I like this track. It's showing more of the natural part of the planet than the previous tracks on the city. The planet. So we had 2 jumps on the first lap. At the early part of the lap. Here's the little aquarium. Here are the doors. The doors could slow me down on future laps. But we were lucky for this lap. On the doors, I mean. As long as I don't need to boost, I'm going to go ahead and coast for a while. It looks like because the jumps are in the first part of the lap, the doors are the main area that I'll have to concern with. Since I can naturally get back ahead of the group with plenty of time on the jumps. They're a little close. Let's put a little distance before the first jump. Let's boost into the jump, actually. I don't care about engine fire. And then let's boost again into the second jump. And from here I can naturally hold my lead. Same deal, if they pull that little boost. Oh, that's a nice cruiser ship that we see right there. I forgot that it did a flyover on this level. Of course, it's been many years since I've played this game. If it does that thing where it gets close to me at the end of the lap again, I'm going to do the beginning part of I'm going to boost into the jumps again. So this is the 14th of 25 tracks. We've still got 11 to go. I think I read somewhere that after you complete the hard level, there's an unskippable credits roll. And we'll still have 4 tracks after we get through the hard circuit. We're past the doors. We should be okay for the rest of the lap. So if we do get forced to sit through the credits, that's just going to add to the total time of stream, I guess. If there's a way to skip the credits, I will. I'll try every button combination I can think of if it's not obvious. I may mute stream during that if the music during the credits cannot be turned off, because I have the music turned off for the game, but that doesn't always apply to cutscenes. It's too close for comfort. Let's get ready to boost into the jump. Engine fire doesn't matter, because we're going to blow up anyway. Wow, they're too close. They're still too close. I'm going to build a little more distance in case the doors hold me up. We've been lucky with them so far this race. Okay, not too terrible, but hold up. There's still a gap. I'm watching the space closely, though. Oh boy, they're boosting. That was uncomfortable. Wow, he's close. So yeah, this is going to be Arc Bumpy Roos.
Fastest pod racer in the galaxy. Anakin Skywalker.
Graphics are a bit dated in this game, but they were amazing for their time. This game came out in 1999 with the release of the Episode 1 movie. All right. Before we get started, let me just check stream real quick. We've been going for 2 hours now. Yeah, let's keep going. No reason to stop. We're back to Uvo 4 for Executioner. And this is the one with the anti-grav tubes. Toy dampener. Track favorite. Can I get some upgrades here?
They're the best parts you'll find here in my shop, huh?
I only have 4,050 right now.
Not gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think. You cannot beat Subulba. He always wins.
Alright, top speed. Acceleration is lacking, though.
He always wins.
Alright, I still gotta keep working on acceleration, because that's still lacking. So, what did we say this was? Executioner toy dampener. Oh, but money's good on these hard races. We should be able to upgrade my pod, and after the third race, we'll revisit the shop and try and build up acceleration some more.
The current record holder for this chap is Toy Dampener.
This is one of those cases where I'm not going to boost unless I feel like I need it. We're starting to build some distance already. But the energy binder and the anti-grav tubes is probably going to blow me up again. You know what? In anticipation of that, let's put some distance up. Ooh, we hit the anti-grav tubes earlier on this track. Or that was just a little one. Alright, I've got to get back on track here. I slipped behind. Oof. Yeah. Every time I hit an anti-grav tube, my autopilot breaks. I think that's what the issue was. Good thing this is only the first lap. Wow, I got really behind. So it looks like every time I go into an anti-grav tube, I have to re-engage the autopilot. It's only the second lap, so I can salvage this. Ooh, I'm upside down. Wow, I got way behind. You know what? Invincibility's on. Wow, I'm in last place now. Thanks to the invincibility being bugged on the anti-grav. I mean, the autopilot being bugged on the anti-grav tube. You know what? Screw engine fires. I have to get back into this game. And it doesn't look like the energy binder's on this level. Oof. Yeah, there's no way. We're going to have to take the mulligan. I'm going to have to get a lot quicker about getting autopilot re-engaged after the tubes. And knowing that I'm going to lose all that time on the tubes, let's boost as much as I can while the autopilot is engaged. I think what's happening from a game engine perspective is that the anti-grav tubes are programmed with a little bit of autopilot. So when the game disengages the tubes, it bugs out the it also bugs out the autopilot that's in the actual cheat menu. At least that energy binder thing is missing. Alright, somehow I managed to put out that engine fire. There is a repair trick in this game. I don't remember how it's engaged, but somehow I engaged it. So yeah, it's gotta be close on this track, I think. But at least I figured out what's going on here. And guess what? After this, we're 60% through looking at all the tracks. So the anti-grav tubes are much bigger of a deal on this track than on the other ones on this planet. Or I should say on the other one. I think it's just the two. I'll be glad to have this planet behind me. Only 10 tracks after this one. And that mulligan. 2 laps in. Did cost us a lot of time. Acceleration is still the weak point of my pod. And that's the most expensive part to upgrade. Wow, that was sloppy. That was sloppy, but I think we'll be okay. This anti-grav tube will put us right close to the finish line. Alright, we got through that one. And this is Toy Dampener. So we're going to Malistaire. This track is called Subulba's Legacy. Track favorite is Subulba. We do not unlock him here. Let's keep looking for that next acceleration part.
Back again, huh?
All right, let's proceed. So this is Subulba's legacy on Malastar. Being a Malistaire track. There may or may not be a jump here. I don't remember. Acceleration is nice right now. I don't think I need to worry about a boost yet. This also looks like a quicker track. A nice short one after we spent so much time on that last track because of the mulligan we had to take. Yeah, so no jumps. So I'm not going to worry about boosts. I'm just going to let my acceleration speak for itself. We're keeping a nice big gap. Unfortunately, there's no unlocks on this track. As easy as this track is, it doesn't really do anything for us except to advance us to the next track. And we've just lapped a portion of the field. Honestly, this track seems to have a little bit of a boring layout compared with the other two Malistaire tracks we have seen. I do like these green toxic poison lakes that Malastar has. That's kind of an interesting scenery change compared with the more cliched planets. We're about to lap the field again. Just look at this. Nine tracks left after this, by the way.
It's a new lap record.
How did Subulba not come in second? Usually the track favorite comes in second when you win. We're back to Boonta, the jungle planet, for the Grabvine Gateway. Track favorite here is Anakin Skywalker. I've never understood this track favorite choice because, according to the stories, Anakin's never pod raced off of Tatooine. So how can he be the track favorite on Boonta? I'm sure it's a planet he's never even actually been to. So this is another track on which there will be no unlocks.
It's the little human boy, born on Tatooine, Anakin Skywalker. Well, let's hope he can just finish the race.
Same deal as before. I'm not going to boost unless it looks like I need to. It looks like this is going to be a more average length of track, though. Based on the fact we're going around the rectangle around the border a little slower. But Boonta is the planet which had that turnaround before. that the autopilot was bugged. So if that happens, I'm gonna have to figure out where it is and respond quickly. For now, though, we have some distance. Oh, I lost a bit of time there, but I'm rebuilding the gap, so I'm not concerned yet. So this level is showing more of the jungle part of the planet. The last time we were on this planet just showed us a little bit of the jungle. This one's showing us more of the jungle territory. And we still haven't seen the volcano yet. Okay, looks like neither the turnaround nor the jump happen on this track. So let's just keep cruising. Alright, I didn't lose too much time on that little bump. Some of these turns really are nasty. I'm not looking forward to playing them for real. Let's see if I can get an upgrade for my top speed as well after this race. So this is the second track in a row we're not going to get unlock a new racer. And then after this, there's only 4 more tracks left on the hard circuit. I like how each planet in this game has unique architecture for the cityscape track hub part of the course. Well, that's kind of a thing with Star Wars as a whole, in that when depicted, each planet has a unique set of architecture. Alright, going on. Back to Ando Prime for the Adobe Mountain Run. Track favorite here is Mulhonic. And I was wanting to look at top acceleration and top speed.
Back again, huh?
Let's go ahead and buy that, and we'll return at the end of the circuit for yeah, let's go ahead and buy the acceleration. Do we have a cooling? Yes, in case I need to boost. And then braking. I can't get the brake yet.
They come here, they look around, they know why. Why nobody buys?
But I just got a little bit of improvements, so let's go ahead and start the Adobe Mountain Run, at the end of which we should meet Mulhonic. Don't know what's coming up, but all the I don't know. Both of the previous tracks on this planet had jumps, so I can probably expect that. I want to see how that affects us in terms of being able to stay ahead of the pack without boosts, though. If we can help it. There's one jump. But we immediately got back into first. Mulhonic's keeping pretty close. So one jump. This one's going to be, this one's staying closer than the others. It looks like I still have a clear getaway. Same deal as before. The jump didn't really slow me down any. I'm just gonna keep cruising for the rest of this track. For now, at least. Alright, tell you what we need to do. Because he is getting close. He is getting close towards the end. So after the jump, we have to do a single boost. Just to ensure that when he does that catch up coming around towards the end, that he doesn't catch all the way up. But mostly we're just cruising. Alright, we're gonna do a boost. So we don't lose that time at the jump. Or we don't lose as much time at the jump. And then one more boost after the jump. Right here. Alright, I think I should be good now. Wow, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. But you know what? I promised to show you all the tracks. So that's what I'm going to do. They're still getting close. They're still right on top of me. That was close. Mohonic. Alright, we're back to Ordabana for Death Row's Revenge. Odie Mandrell. He may be one of the starters. I think he's one of the starters. I'm not 100% sure on that.
He's reckless, but a real crowd pleaser. The Tatooine native Odie Mandrell is on the starting grid.
This looks like another shorter course. We're speeding around the square. And I'm going to cruise if I can. I don't know if there's any jumps on this level. I say level, I meant track. Whatever. For now, I'm going to cruise. they get too close for comfort, then I might boost. Alright, that jump didn't blow me up. That one did. Alright, knowing that there's a jump right at the end, I'm going to want to keep some distance when we get towards the end of the lap. What just happened? Oh, I just lost some serious lead on that one. That was too close for comfort even that time. I think I want to do solid boosting through the rest of this track. Oh, I got turned upside down somehow. It's still too close for comfort. Well, that was close. Yeah, Odie Mandrell is one of the starting 6. We're back to Boonta again for Fire Mountain Rally. E.B. Endicott. I think he was a starter as well.
Back again, huh? You break or you buy, huh? You're gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only...
Alright, let's get right back into Boonta. This is the 6th track on the hard circuit. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the 4th one to not have an unlock. Don't know why they lined up so many non-unlock tracks on the hard circuit, considering you would want to get rewarded for the talent it takes to play these tracks normally. I don't know if there's any jumps here. Of course, I said that right as we went into the jump, so now that I know there's a jump, but it's in the beginning part of the lap, so it's not really a concern. I'm going to cruise for now. I'm going to keep cruising on each level as long as it's safe to keep cruising. If they get too close for comfort, then I'll start boosting. Yep, and we're inside the volcano now. But there's another track which is actually inside the volcano for much longer. So yeah, for now I'm keeping good distance. That one jump. But this track also has the part where autopilot turns me around. Alright, I lost time, but progress on this track is such that I should regain the time I lost. They're staying behind me still. So I just have to be aware of the jump and that one turnaround. Only 5 tracks left after this one. If I counted correctly. If I counted correctly, this should be our 20th. If the credits are unskippable, I'll use the opportunity to take a bio break. If the credits are skippable, well, I'm going to let them run for a minute, at least the first minute anyway, so I can do a bio break. So if I'm not mistaken, the turnaround should be shortly after exiting the volcano. I think I managed to pass it. Yeah. I correctly predicted where it was and managed to get past it without too much trouble. I think we'll be fine. We've rescheduled the special that was going to be tonight. So I just moved up this stream, which I was planning to do Sunday. Because I didn't feel like testing any games tonight in preparation for doing something spontaneous that might not have worked properly. So yeah, this was going to be Sunday's stream, but I moved it up to today. And it's still Star Wars branded, so it still fits within May Celebration. I did stream this afternoon. That was a break from May Celebration because it had to be done. Timing meant I couldn't wait for after the month to do that. to do that stream. The afternoon stream was kind of a sad one for me. Check it out. You'll see what I mean. But it was fun also. It was sad but fun in the same way. Right, they're a bit close. That means I need to correctly predict the turnaround again. Alright, I think I'm good at this point. They're a bit close. Let's just do a little bit of a breakaway. Because this is the final lap.
It's a new black record.
Yeah, so track favorite here was another one of the starters. And we're going into the Boonta Classic, the second bigger track on Tatooine. We've been doing this for almost 3 hours. We've got 5 tracks left to do. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Boonta Classic. This is the one where we do unlock Subulba. I don't think we need to get any more parts. So we're back to Tatooine.
There he is, the reigning champion of the Boonta Classic and the crowd favorite, Subulba.
Now this is the track that's actually in the movie. And I think there are a couple of jumps on this track. Oof, he's keeping close. Oof, I've engine fired. But that's okay because there's a jump right here. I knocked off. There we go. So there's the second jump. So this is one track I'm going to want to do a lot of boosting on. Because there's several jumps that slow me down. And the track favorite is fast on this. Now that engine fire was not caused by me overheating. Why is there a Jawa sandcrawler right in the middle of the track? Oof, I lost time on that one. I'm not concerned about the engine fire. The jump will set it right. But those fires, those were actually Tusken Raiders shooting at the Raiders. They were shooting some kind of bombs. Now I think I figured out how I put out my engine fire before. Knowing that now that I know how to put out the engine fire, shouldn't be a concern. But knowing there's 3 jumps right here, I'm going to boost into the 3 jumps. Alright. So after this course, we'll be done with the 3 main circuits, but we still have the last 4 tracks only invitational. We'll still have 4 pod racers to unlock on those. We got this one.
It's a new lap record.
And this, of course, is Subulba, the best pod racer in the galaxy. Or I should say the most notorious, winningest pod racer in the galaxy. But there's still a few guys left to get.
Fastest pod racer in the galaxy. Anakin Skywalker.
21 tracks down, 4 to go. Sabal was disappointed he got shown up. Okay, none of my button presses are responding. I wonder if there's a way to actually skip the credits. We're at the 3-hour mark exactly. Restarting the game is the only way to skip the credits. It'll save your progress, but we'll lose the code. Okay, so in other words, we have to let it sit through. But it looks like the music is still disabled. So I'm going to let the credits play out. Hold on. Yeah, I was just checking on things. Yeah, so we're at the 3-hour mark exactly. So we'll let the credits play out, and then we'll play the last 4 tracks and call it a night. Okay. How long do these credits go on for? I want to do the last 4 tracks and get some sleep. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning here now. Alright, let me run up and get a water, and hopefully the credits will be done by the time I return. Okay, so I walked up to get my water, and I come back and the credits are done. So, let me take a quick drink, and then we'll get right into the last 4 tracks. Alright, let's get right to the last 4. We're going back to Ando Prime one more time for Ando Prime Centrum. Slide Parameter is track favorite.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think, huh? They come here, they look around, they no buy. Why nobody buys?
Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Final race on Ando Prime.
The current record holder for this jump is Pyramida.
Same deal as before. I'm not going to boost unless I have to. It also looks like this is a shorter track, relatively speaking. Maybe not. Maybe it's an average track. They're keeping it close though. You're definitely keeping it too close for comfort right now. Alright, there's no jumps and no turnarounds. So now that I put some distance between us, I should be able to play it out. Oh, they're speeding up fast. Let's do another boost or two. Okay, so it's on the shorter side of tracks, but not terribly short. Slide Paramita. We're going back to Ord Abana for the Abyss. Bozzy Baranta. Track favorite. I can assume there's going to be one devastating jump on here at least, based on the name of the track.
Three-time winner Bozzy Miranda is back for another try.
Wow, this is a short track. One jump that slows me down. But my acceleration does pull me back right back ahead. Even though it's a shorter track, we're going to try a little bit of boosting. Cruising's not going to cut it. You saw how close they got. We should be able to cruise here for a while. Second jump. So let's do one more boost to make sure we maintain our distance. And let's boost into the jump so as to reduce the amount of time we lose. And this is where they start catching up. So we're going to boost a little bit to make sure they stay behind us. And we'll rinse and repeat for the third lap.
It's a new lap record.
These first two tracks on the Invitational have been shorter than the hard ones. So there's that going for us at least. But I think the two other tracks are more of a regular length. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know the last one is. I don't remember anything about the third. How are they getting so close?
It's a new lap record.
Bozzy Baranta. So only 2 races left. We're going on to Uvo for one more time for the gauntlet. Oh, this is the planet with the anti-grav tubes. I can expect a little bit of difficulty here. Let's go in. Gasgano. If I recall correctly, he's one of the starters. So yeah.
Wow, look at that. It's the galaxy famous Gasgano in his custom Ford Patrollia.
Let's put a couple boosts on us. Especially because this is the planet that breaks my autopilot. Okay, I lost my autopilot and I didn't even go into an anti-grav tube that time. So I guess that's just a thing this planet does. So yeah, now I know this planet can break my autopilot even without the anti-grav tubes. Which I haven't seen one yet this run. This track shown more of the wilderness around the industrial center. Interesting. Alright, here's the anti-grav. So this level just gives you a little bit of anti-grav right at the end of the lap.
It's a new lap record.
It's a new lap record.
Alright, so no unlocks, so we go into our final track, the Inferno. Back at Boonta, we're going to spend even more time inside the volcano. Track favors Ben Quadneros. The irony is that this is considered by Star Wars Episode 1 racer fans to be the hardest track in the game. And the prize for unlocking and the character unlock for completing this track is the pod racer who blew up at the beginning of the race in the movie. I've always thought that was a little bit ironic and funny how they did that. So let's go into the final race.
The current record holder for this track is Ben Quadneros.
Okay, this one actually starts inside the volcano. I'm not going to boost unless necessary because, yes, the volcano does affect your heat levels. It does appear to be a shorter track overall, though, so I should be okay. It looks like coasting is going to work for this track. Did I say coasting? I think cruising was the word I used before. So yeah, the entire track is inside the volcano. Except for this little bit of fresh air. But no, that's enough. We're back inside now. And we're far enough from the second place. I think we can just keep cruising. And then finish our run. And then get the last unlock. Call it a night.
It's a new lap record.
Did I just lap everyone? No, I didn't. They were just coming around a steep turn. Alright, we're just about done here. Final stretch of the final lap of the final track. This was a long stream, but worth it.
It's a new lap record.
And here's the final unlock, Ben Quadneros. But before we quit, I guess I can show you the racers one more time. So this is Anakin Skywalker. Team Topagalis. Subulba. Rats Tyrell. Out Arbito. Malhonic. Arc Bumpy Roos. Juan Sandage. Jin Riso. Evie Endicott. Dud Bolt. Gascano. Clegg Holdfast. Alon Mock. Neva Key. Bozzy Baranta. Bulls Roar. Odie Mandrell. Fud Sang. Ben Quadneros. Slide Paramita. Toy Dampener. Cy Younga. Alright, that's all of them. So let's leave you on some Anakin Skywalkers. Actually, let's give you some eye candy.
Toss a radical pineapple chopper chow.
If I point it like that, you can see, is that a Ronto in the background? It might be. Alright, here, have some eye candy while I set up the raid. We've been going for about 3.5 hours. Download's going to take me a long time, so we're going to raid John Lee tonight. John Lee Music. He is a late night music streamer, and he is really good. I think you'll enjoy him. And he likes Star Wars a lot, too. So have a good night, and I'll see you all soon, hopefully on Sunday. If not Sunday, then I'll definitely see you either Sunday or Monday. Stream's going to be dark tomorrow. I got things to do tomorrow. Alright, have a good night. Alright, have a good night.
The summers die one by one. How soon they fly. How soon they fly. On and on. And I am